How's it going, YouTube? It is the Curse Dragon here, back with another episode of our Cuphead playthrough. I'm so excited to dive right on in. If you find yourself enjoying this, hit that subscribe button. We're working on our path to partner, trying to get to 500 subscribers. If we reach that before the end of August, I will be playing Terraria for my first time ever and doing it live on stream. Also, if we hit 475 before the series is finished recording of the base game, I will go back and I will get a rank on all of the bosses. Let's run over here and get the shop. See what we got. Roundabout, extra heart, parry. I want charge. I'll take the lobber. Is that the crack shot? Okay, that's what I want to say for next is the crack shot. Alright. I don't even remember how many bosses we have left in this area. We have 2 left and then a running gun. Wow, we're cruising along. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and let's go take a look. We could do the running gun. Oh, we can do this one too. Did we beat this? Yeah, we beat that one. Okay, let's do pyramid. Is this the bee? Or no, this is the genie, right? Yeah, I remember this. This one's kind of brutal. See how long this takes us. So in today's episode, I kind of want to talk about what is going on with Xbox. They announced, or it's going around that it sounds like 3 studios are possibly going to be closed. Compulsion Games, Double Fine, and Ninja Theory. And what's crazy about those closures is the Ninja Theory one. They just did the Xbox showcase not even 2 weeks ago. And they showed off a trailer for a new Hellblade game. And now they're gonna close the studio making it. And I know the first one wasn't owned by them when it was made. And it was like, it did some really, really cool things audio-wise. I played a little bit of it, I never finished it. But I know a lot of people liked it because it did some audio stuff that no game had ever done before, and it was unique. And then right, they were a solo state. And then they got purchased and they made the second game. And it... Ooh. And the combat wasn't there from what it sounds like. Again, I haven't played it. I can't speak to it. I actually haven't even watched the playthrough of that one. But it sounds like, you know, the gameplay wasn't there. It was one of the things I was hearing why I didn't actually, like, check it out. So it's an interesting scenario. But you know what? Games studios will close, right? You gotta make money. It is one of those unfortunate scenarios. I don't understand what's changed. Why all of a sudden they would close a studio that they just showed off a trailer for. But, right, we do have to take into effect that Phil Spencer and some of these plans had probably been in the work for quite a while before the new CEO took over. And I liked Phil, but obviously some things needed to change. I think Phil was dealt a bad hand when he took over because the release of the Xbox One before he jumped in to the fold, less than stellar, with the forcing the Kinect, $100 more. He really didn't have much for games at that time. So it's a real unfortunate scenario. But you know, something I've talked about, I believe on the channel a few times, and I know I've had conversations with people I know in general about the state of gaming and where we're at. I've felt for quite a while now that the problem with games are they're too big. They are just too big. Every game takes, nice, let's go. Every game takes 5 years in development, costs $1 bajillion to make. And then if they come out and they don't make a bunch of money, then you gotta close the studio over one bad project. You know, I feel like I remember growing up and having, if they were gonna do a sequel to a franchise, it came out every, what, 3 years? And it was a quality game, a 10 to 15 hour experience, maybe a lot more if you add multiplayer. But it was a good experience at a good price. Now games are costing $70. Honestly, it feels like there's so many games, you can't beat them all. You just can't. And like, I know with all the games coming out in September and October, because they're trying to avoid this, avoid GTA 6, I really don't quite understand the logic for that. Because I know you want to avoid a big game, especially if you're a competitor and had a similar style game. But not every, like, releasing against one game versus releasing against something. It's like, okay, you got to go up against one game, not a terrible situation. But instead you're like, oh, I'm so scared of one game, I'm gonna go up against like 30. That doesn't make sense to me. But what do I know? I'm not a game dev. No, no! Oh no, I'm choking! I choked. RIP! That's unfortunate, but yeah, I don't know, it's an interesting thing. That was just awful. Awful, I say. Yeah, I don't know, none of the studios closing had like games that I loved. Like, I'm not all of a sudden being like, oh no, they're closing CD Projekt Red that makes my favorite game of all time in Witcher 3. Like, it's not like one of those situations. For me personally, I know some people, they probably really love those games. Oh no! Oh. But yeah, it's a bummer. I never want to see people lose their jobs or be unemployed. Like, that's not what you want. Sometimes you got to understand it is the reality of the business. Especially a very competitive business that is gaming, where it feels like there's more games coming out ever. Like, you gotta think, it's crazy to think like all these games that are scheduled to come out either this September, October, or just you can factor in like a lot of them got pushed to next February. So it's like, that's a lot of games coming out, and people don't have the money for it. I mean, oh, come on. What? Alright, that was a toss-up. Yeah, people don't have the money for it. They just don't. Unfortunately, it's really expensive for living, and games have gotten so expensive. Even me, like, I used to pay for Game Pass. I stopped doing that because it got too expensive, although I am glad they reduced the price. But I found myself, I play games just so big, it's like, oh, I'm gonna be in the same game for 2 months. Why pay a $20 subscription for, like, for me, the example is I was playing Grounded, and then I played Hollow Knight. But, like, I played Grounded for months. So, spending the money on Game Pass every month, and I'm like, I could have bought in the game and owned it. And I wasn't playing other stuff. If I was playing other stuff, it would have made more sense, but... Ooh, I gotta focus here for a second. No, you stupid! Dude, this mission is rough. Yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think about the closures. I mean, it's not just happening across Xbox. That is, I think that's the conversation that a lot of people will try and twist this towards. Is, oh, Xbox is terrible, Xbox is terrible. It's happening in gaming as a whole, which is a problem. And we gotta figure out why that's happening. But, yeah. I don't know the answers. But I do think a lot of it is games have gotten, the development for games have gotten too big, too expensive. They take too long to pump out, and you cannot afford a product to undersell. And what they are wanting these games to sell for copies and for money to make, in some cases, unrealistic. I think I seen someone, was it one of the podcasts I was watching, or was it Drop Frames? It might have been Drop Frames with like Co, JP, Zeke. I've always watched a lot of Drop Frames, and I think they were talking like, apparently like GTAs would be considered a failure if they sell less than like 100 million copies or something. Is it 100 million or was it like 10 million? I don't know, it was some stupid, ridiculous amount of millions of copies in the first like day. Not even like weeks, day. I might have to take when we get a stop, I'm gonna do a very quick like Google search just to see if I can even see what that is. Cause that's so many copies. And like, if you got a game that is expected to sell that many, and it's not even on PC yet, right? It's just console at the start. Oh, come on, I'm messing this up. It is so hard to focus on running guns and talk. This is rough. Let me see here. Okay, here it is. They're expected to sell 15 to 25 million copies day 1, with some saying more than that. Like, that's so crazy. But here's the thing, that game's been in development for so long and probably has cost so much money to make. Like, it has to sell really well, right? I can't imagine like how many copies you have to sell just to break even. Now GTA will be fine. That developer makes a ton of money, and it will sell because it's got the name. I don't know. I really don't know. Alright, I gotta try and focus up for just a moment here. Alright. Focus, focus. There we go. Okay. All right, we got this. We got this. Dude, this is a pain. Here we go. Let's go! We did it! Thank you! Absolutely awesome. No way I got gold time. That took me forever. Go get an A rank, right? Yeah! Nice! Nice. Okay. Do we have, is there any more on this one? We have one more boss on this one. Oh, it's this guy. I'm gonna give this one a couple tries here before we end the episode. This one, we might get stuck on. I struggle with this boss. The first time I ever did this one, I hated it. Absolutely hated it. I may need to swap my setup though. Yeah, we're gonna need to, let's go to the map, because we're going to need the chaser. Actually, I should go get I should go buy the crack shot. Okay. Come on. I want to use my super, but I want to wait until the next phase kicks in. Oh. Oh. You're always so happy we can beat this guy quickly. No! Oh, that's not good. Ah! Okay. I need to definitely charge shot that. Let's give this one more try. That actually went okay, minus the choking on the second phase part. There we go. I might get a little focus mode during this one. I don't know if that was 2 or 3 parries. I think that was worth it. You know, normally I would use charge shot here, but I feel like this is better because I can just focus on dodging the fire guys instead of trying to land hits. Oh, I knew that was gonna happen. I don't like the cloud formations there. Ooh. No! Alright. Well, that's unfortunate. Let me go ahead and go grab the crack shot real quick because I think I want that. And I will forget to purchase it, and then we're going to wrap it up here. If you enjoyed this, hit that subscribe button. It would be in the world. We're getting so close to our goal of partner. Only 48 subscribers away. Thank you all so much. The support has been real. We're currently live streaming Doom the Dark Ages Nightmare difficulty, getting ready for the DLC coming out in less than a month. So I will catch you all in the next one. Thank you so much. Bye.